Have you ever felt the feeling of money just being sucked from your pockets? I'm sure you have. In fact, I'm sure that's how most supercar owners feel. These things are quite literally money pits, and you will sink your money into this car because you're a masochist who enjoys being stepped on financially. But they are some of the most beautiful cars humans have ever laid their eyes on, and rich people love nothing more than to take super rare cars and hoard them in garages and never drive them until they die, since they're collectibles. And rich people also like to collect fucking rare cars as if they're fucking Pokemon cards. Supercars can kinda be summed up in one sentence: would love to drive them, but hate to own them. And that can be said for a lot of cars, but I'm talking like specifically supercars. I remember this story like it was yesterday. I can see why 12-year-olds freak out at car meets whenever they see, like all these supercars and hypercars in person, because, I was like that at one point. It was around 10 years ago. Me and my friend, we were playing Forza Horizon, and both of us had Lamborghini Aventadors. We would even call each other Lambros, and we damn near did it till both of us were grown men. Then we both decided to stop because grown men calling each other Lambros was kinda weird. But I digress. Supercars are these very expensive cars, and some people make it their lifelong dream to be able to afford one, let alone drive one. Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, Koenigsegg, Pagani, Bugatti, and those are just a few of them. Now, these cars can be as much as $200,000, and some of them can even cost millions of dollars. Some of these cars are so rare, you can only count how many of them were made on one hand. And the performance on these cars are so damn out of this world that you literally wouldn't believe it even if you witnessed it with your own eyes. Let's start with one of the most well-known supercar, hypercar brands of our time, Lamborghini. This car goes way back to when your mom and dad were still in high school. The 80s was truly a beautiful time for cars, as cars looked so much better back then than they do now. Same goes for 90s cars and even some 2000s cars. But again, getting off topic. From the collector's car known as the Lamborghini Countach to the 2023 Lamborghini Aventador that you see today, they have come a long way, and they have never disappointed as far as looks goes. The next supercar brand is what we call the Karens of the supercar brands. We will now be talking about Ferrari. Now, Ferraris are beautiful cars, but don't try to mod them or even sell them within the first year of you getting one, because they will have lawyers on your ass like a fly on a pile of shit. In fact, Justin Bieber got banned from buying Ferraris because he tried to sell his for almost $500,000. But as I said before, Ferrari doesn't allow you to sell their cars in the first year, and they damn sure don't allow celebrities to do it. Next is McLaren, which is, like the less popular little brother to the other two, but still a very sought after car. For one, McLaren has produced some of the fastest cars ever made. People are saying, they're very reliable and they're great as daily drivers, at least for supercar standards. And some of them are a little bit more attainable, not affordable. Let me be clear, there's a very big difference in an attainable car and an affordable car. Pagani, Huayra. Nothing else really needs to be said. This beast of an automobile is one of the fastest cars in the world, as well as one of the rarest. It is in every aspect a masterpiece. It looks timeless, and honestly, it should be featured in a museum so they can preserve this work of art for decades to come. There's also Koenigsegg, but the truth is, I don't really know anything about them, at all, so I'm just gonna skip them. I don't want to sound like an idiot. And then you have Bugatti. If you didn't know what a Bugatti was a year ago, you definitely know what it is now because of a certain bald-headed man from Romania who was constantly shrouded in controversy. Bugatti is like the cream of the crop in performance supercars. The Chiron, the Veyron, and all the others. About 90% of people will never see these cars in their lifetime, let alone own one. But honestly, most of them are just sitting in some rich guy's garage wasting away because said rich guy never drives them and wants to keep them as collectibles. And I never agreed with that way of thinking. Cars were made to be driven and to have fun with them. If you really, want to make money with it like that badly, as an appreciating asset, like sell it to a museum or even maybe give it away to someone who will actually drive it and like appreciate the gift of an automobile like that. But who am I kidding? I can't exactly blame them because this generation doesn't take care of shit. You give it away and the next thing you know, it's in the fucking junkyard 5 days later because someone's teenager crashed it trying to show out for their friends. It just makes no sense, honestly. But that's it for me. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. And new video coming soon. Later.